why do you focus so much on what takes place in one's thoughts? After all, many people believe that the main thing is not to do anything like that in reality, but one can do anything in one's head and thoughts.
Because it doesn't really make any difference whether you have thought about doing something or have already done it. At the level of energies, it's a fulfilled fact. It is physics, guys. A thought is just as real as your action. And if we proceed from the fact that the world of energies and information is actually primary, so any event is first generated at that level, and only afterwards it is implemented at the level of our coarse material world, then it is even more correct to say that the invisible part of human life is exactly paramount. In other words, what thoughts and desires a person lives by, and what images he places in his mind. When you dream, cherish secret thoughts in your head, or fantasize, you actually create an image. While this is, most likely, you don't even have an idea of what an image is. The subject of images is certainly very interesting, and people aren't even close to realizing the role of images play or the impact they have on their own lives. I'll give it a few examples to illustrate this point. All magic works through images. Assisting demons are created by means of images. Mental forms are the same images. The mechanism of fulfilling wishes and desires is an image that is simply charged with sufficient power to be materialized. Thus, images are a very effective tool for influencing the world around us and a key tool in magic. So the products of our consciousness are quite material, and everything that a person imagines in the form of images in his head really happens, just on a subtler plane. Whether an image materializes or not depends on a person, on how much he's ready to pay for that, and to what extent it is profitable for the higher forces to give it to him. As for the fact that thought is material, it has been experimentally proven a long time ago. For example, by Veridek Krokalev, who successfully photographed mental images. So far, physics is only approaching an explanation of the nature of images and how people can use them to influence the world around them and each other. But there's already a certain progress in this field. For instance, under experimental conditions, there are attempts to record with devices the location of images formed by people in a particular point in a room. The experimenters do not know where, in what part of the room, the tested person will imagine the image of a person. But devices are mistakenly detected by changes in space. In this place, there appears sort of a phantom, or a microlepton clot in their terminology. There's also a contemporary theory according to which all images, thoughts, and the life path of a person continue to exist next to his physical body in a form of a standing lepton waves, or, to put it simply, in the form of holograms. Speaking in simple terms, everything that a person created in his head, all the images are actually created and remain with him for the rest of his life. Maybe it's not an accurate explanation of the process, but it gives a certain understanding, and it helps take a new look at the processes of telepathy, telekinesis, clairvoyance, poltergeist, and reincarnation, which we're now talking about.